So, welcome. Today we're going to talk about Costa Rican weather and which month is the best month to visit Costa Rica. So I'm Tamarindo Richard Lacey. I've been here since the mid-1990s, and the idea is I'm just going to give you a zero bull talk about my impressions of this country. So much fluff out there of people saying how wonderful things are or how bad things are, and I'm just going to give you a realistic view of my take on things. Drives me nuts when people categorize Costa Rica into dry season, January, February, March, and rainy season the whole rest of the year, because it is not like that at all. You need to dig a little bit deeper into what is happening month by month and also where in the country, because Costa Rica is full of microclimates. You go 100 miles away from here and it is completely different. And generally, as a rule, the further south you go in Costa Rica, the wetter it gets. So we're in Guanacaste, which is in the northwest of the country, which is the driest area. If you drop down to sort of Central Valley, San Jose, Manuel Antonio, Jaco area, you've probably got double the rainfall we've got here. And you go down further into Osa Peninsula, Dominical area, you've probably got 4 times more rain. But the weather pattern generally that I'm going to work through month by month is the same. It's just wetter as you go south. And then one of the Caribbean side has a completely different weather pattern, but I'm just going to talk about things on my side of the country. So, any month is a great month to visit Costa Rica. I'm going to go through month by month and then you can figure out what works for you. The temperature is pretty much the same. We're only 10 degrees off the equator, so pretty much all year round we've got 85, 90 degree Fahrenheit, 30, 33 degrees centigrade. What changes is the rainfall, humidity, wind. January, February, March is the period when people refer to the dry season, which is when most of the tourism, I'd say 75% of tourists come just in those 3 months, and the weather is idyllic. It's dry, there is no rain at all in that period. You have the Papagayo winds, which just give you a good breeze, which is, as long as you've got moving air, then the temperature is perfect. So in March, things get dry, the greenery is more sort of brown and yellow. So as you get towards the end, all of the flora is sort of closing down because they're just trying to get through those few months. So that is an absolutely perfect time to come. There won't be any rain, gentle breezes, gorgeous sunshine every single day. So April and May, there's quite a significant change. Almost always that first week after Easter, the first rains happen, and it's a fantastic period. And it's obviously Easter varies depending on the spring equinox, and so it's got sort of logical that that's when the rain's going to come. First rains of the year, everybody just is out looking up and going, oh, the rain's here. It's funny for me as an Englishman celebrating rain, but you really do, and it's really nice. It's incredible because everything's a little bit yellow and brown, and everything now is just perfectly green and gorgeous. Now, you lose the Papagayo winds, so you start to feel a lot more humidity. So you've lost the wind and you're getting the rain as well, so you can definitely feel that it's got more humid. So the weather's not as great as it was January and February, March at all. April or May is a bit of a sticky month, I would say. What you do get is the nice sunsets, because January, February, March, there's no cloud, so it's just a very fast, dry sunset, 10 degrees off the equator, so you lose the sun pretty quickly. Now, because you've got a lot of cloud, a lot of sort of rain clouds, you get these long, romantic sunsets with all the purples and the oranges, and then it lights up behind you as well. It's just a really nice time for sunsets. But then, everything's outdoors, so you're always on the beach for sunset. And then if it rains, of course, that ruins those plans. So, I'd say probably once every 2 or 3 days, you're getting a heavy downfall late afternoon, but you're still getting sunshine all day, bit of cloud in the afternoon, rainfall around sunset, and then next morning, repeat. June, July, and August, they call this period sort of the mini summer here. And gringos don't know about this. This is actually a really good time to come down because you're actually still getting some rainfall, but less. You've got something of a breeze. So June, July and August are actually really, really great months to visit. The reason gringos don't is because, you know, there's great options in North America or Europe, you know, everywhere is great. So, you know, people visit Costa Rica in January, February, March because the weather's bad, you know, in the rest of the Western world. But June, July and August is absolutely a great time to visit. Everything's still really green and lush. A little bit of rain, you get the lovely sunsets, a little bit of wind. So it's not as dry as January, February, March, but absolutely great time to visit. And there are not that many people around, so you're still getting good deals on everything. But September and October, this is the rainy season. And it rains. It rains like I've never seen rain before. You've just got sheets of water. You know, you can't drive. It is just, when it rains, it rains. Here in Tamarindo on the main street, not so much now because they fixed the drainage, but you would get, just a few times a year, just maybe 3 or 4 times a year, you get waist-high water. I've seen people canoeing down the main street. Absolutely nuts. But then, stops raining, everything dries out, and within an hour or two, water's all drained off into the ocean. So I actually quite like it because it's different and because it's only a short period. I mean, you get the odd tropical depression, so you never get hurricanes here, but you do get sort of the tail end, so that as the hurricanes go through Mexico, sort of the Caribbean, the sort of tail end of it causes tropical depression here. And so maybe once or twice a year you get like a week or 10 days where it's just grey skies, pouring rain, and it's actually quite nice, stay inside, and I like it because it's different. In England we've got grey skies and rain 11 months of the year, or 12 months of the year. You know, if you're traveling around visiting, then give those months a miss. September, October, definitely heavy rain. You won't want to be driving in that kind of rain, hit and miss with the days with the beach and the sun. So they're not tourist months. If you live in here, it's fine, you get through it. You know, I don't mind it, but not months to visit if you're just wanting a vacation. November is a transition month, so sometimes the rain's a little bit later on in the year, but generally November's a nice transition month. Could be hit and miss because you might have the tail end of some of these tropical storms or whatever. But yeah, nice month to visit, and it's starting to get drier, and so just the odd day you'll feel the Papagayo winds come through, and you know, summer's coming. November's also when a lot of the snowbirds start to come back. So, you know, people that know, mid-November is about the time people are starting to move back, and if they're planning on being here 3, 4, 5 months. December is the secret month that no one knows about. There aren't many tourists here in December. Typically tourists come, it's about Christmas time and onwards, that's when the season really starts. But December normally has perfect weather, the start of the Papagayo winds, sunshine, very rarely have any rain, and everything's very lush and green, so December is a very good month. So that's my view. You know, as I say, I'm in Guanacaste, I live in Tamarindo, northwest Pacific side. That is my experience. Oh, what Megan would say, that is my truth. As you live in different parts of the country, you're going to get more rainfall, maybe, but that's what I've lived for the last many years. So hopefully that's just given you a really good take on month by month, rather than this just, hey, this is dry season and all the rest of the year is rainy season, because it's not like that, it's more complex. And I'm sure within that, what I've told you, you can find some really nice spots to visit that maybe it's not like full tourist season. Anyway, enjoy.